watch Letterkenny?
Yeah, man, dude, that new season
coming up.
I just started it, and the
I have no idea what you're talking about, but we are recording now.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, shit.
Coming up on the pod, we've got Cannabis Keenan back in studio, and special guest, I believe it's his fifth appearance on the podcast, former Mammoth Media CEO, Chris Hawkins. And we're going to be talking about the movie Purge, Anarchy. Run the theme.
If you want a movie review, look no further than these dudes. You got Real Buzz Rob on the mic, you got Cannabis Keenan, he's alright. Caitlin is giving all she can give, and Calvin doesn't even know where he is. This is Real Buzz Takes with the Real Buzz crew.
Welcome to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We are the Real Buzz 2 plus Foof today. I'm Real Buzz Rob.
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
And to my left, we have Keenan, a.k.a. Keenan the Cannibal, a.k.a. Cannabis Keenan, a.k.a. Keenan the Barbarian, Keenan Robertson.
Hey! Where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
That's Steve Carell. That's
Rick Tamblyn.
Anchorman. And good morning, Romania.
And as I stated already, our very special guest today, former CEO of Mammoth Media and feature film producer, Christopher Douglas Hawkins.
It is better to die like a tiger than to live like a pussy.
True facts.
I'll take it.
What's that from?
I believe Balls of Fury. It's really kind of difficult trying to find drops now. Like one website I was using got taken down, and they're drying up. So I have to got to keep searching. Normally I like to do them from the film or actually reviewing, but since there wasn't any good ones from this particular film, I had to kind of go random with it.
Could have got some gunfire or something, That's about it.
Yeah,
a lot of that in this movie,
Or screaming.
Yeah,
Cannabis
screaming.
Keenan.
Have you guys seen that? It's that parody video of that guy who does the Michelle Branch. It is, and I kill you. It goes.
Oh yeah, I have seen that. The gun go. Yeah, I have seen that. That's one of the
That's
greatest.
a silencer.
Yeah, I have seen that. That's fucking great. Look that up.
Yeah, if you look up YouTube Michelle Branch remix guns.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm finna shoot you.
I'm finna kill you.
It's very aggressive, but it's a funny song.
It's also very funny.
Yes.
Oh, that's me.
That's the very funny alert. We've added that to the podcast this week.
That's the very funny alert. I'm going to turn that off now.
Yeah. You notice we've never had to play it before.
Yeah, it's first time for everything. Hey, guys, we got our first funny. That's great.
There we go.
As I stated, the movie we are reviewing today is Purge, Anarchy. So I think you'll have to correct me here, Keenan, because you're the authority on Purge films.
The Purge expert.
I'm the Purge man.
This was the third one?
This is the second one.
The second one.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one was limited to Ethan Hawke and a family within a house.
Yeah, and Lena Headey. Right, yeah.
My theory is that that did well enough that they got a bigger budget to where they were like, all right, what would happen in the whole city?
Your theory's wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a smaller budget?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it did well enough. And then the third one's pretty much the exact same thing as the second one. The Purge, I think it's election year.
Yeah, election.
Yeah, it's or election night. It's pretty much the same thing. And then the first Purge is all right. But I have a soft spot for these movies. They're not really horror in my mind as much as just
thriller.
Like campy action thriller. Yeah.
Grindhouse. I think it's a Grindhouse film, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and the
be
production company, Blumhouse Productions, definitely adds that vibe. It just makes me feel like
every time I
Blumhouse.
see them, every time I see Blumhouse, I think
Blumhouse,
of Blumpkins. That's all I can think of.
Mine at the beginning, I watched it. Jason Blum. Jason Blum.
I saw that had that same
he
thing
did his
too.
little synopsis before. He's actually killing it. They do quite a bit.
Good
movies.
Wait till you
and
hear
they
how
have
well
bad
this
movies.
movie did.
Oh, did it do really well?
I'll just wait. My jaw dropped.
Dude, I'm telling
Really?
you, there's more people out
guess-
there like me that like
That's
the Purge.
good to know. That's good to know. Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way: this movie had a better profit margin than the Avengers.
No shit.
Hot damn.
Obviously, it didn't make as much money, but its profit margin was bigger.
That kind of. I mean, what was Avengers? Like probably $250 million.
Uh huh. Yeah. So the release date was July 14th, 2014. Director was James DeMonico. Before this, he's directed every Purge movie. So it's kind of his franchise. He, I guess he knows how to direct a fucking Purge movie.
I actually had to check like 3 times to make sure I was watching the right Purge movie.
I know.
I was really.
I was afraid someone was going to watch the wrong one.
I was going to show up, like, oh no, Purge the election year. Oh,
I mean, it's basically the same fucking movie. Had you watched that one, it would have been basically the same. That one might be a little more ridiculous than this one. I should have thought of that when you were saying we should do the most ridiculous one, but.
And I think given what's happened here the last week, we felt a Purge movie might be appropriate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, completely, totally normal week. Nothing weird happened at all.
No,
totally normal.
No storming or mob activity whatsoever.
To peel back the curtain, Robin and I, we have a hard time coming up with what movie. We always, when we're not like, all right, let's do this movie, we always have all these ideas of we should do this one. But when it's like, which one are we going to do? Can never think of it.
I know. Whenever we have like 10 ideas and like a week will pass, like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. What should we do?
Fuck it. Yeah. So shout out to Sam. She suggested we do a Purge movie. And
Sam is Keenan's girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh. So shout out to her on that one.
Hi, Sam.
Hi. She didn't ask for a shout out.
Riley.
Riley. We got to do National Treasure as well. I just got Disney Plus. Fuck it.
Riley.
I'll let you have my Disney Plus. You can watch it for free.
Okay. All right. No. If you let me sign your Disney Plus, okay, I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
Anyway.
The
Purge.
Just to, we have a quick backstory and kind of part of another reason why we're doing this movie. Christopher and I were at an establishment nearby my house. I'd say within a mile and a half.
Of the few places that are at Lottawa.
Yes, there's only a few. And we actually not only met, but actually spoke with one of the insurrectionists. He was there. He had video footage. He had pictures. He had just driven there. He'd driven back 20 hours from D.C. to work a shift.
Just in case you're listening to this in like April of 2024, what we're talking about, there was just a insurrection on the Capitol building. It's fresh in our minds, but just in case, you're Calvin and you're finally getting around to listening to this
There were a couple
episode.
people who thought a couple of things that weren't true and then decided they wanted to do something about it.
Yeah, there was just a full-on mass break-in, we'll call it, which is not even, that's,
I don't think people will forget the storming of the Capitol pretty quickly.
Nah.
That's what we're...
Yeah, that's what we're referring to.
So we were hanging out at a bar. And
Chris and Rob,
and the bar back... We're just making. I mean, he had the.
First of all, just so you know, whatever you're picturing, what this person looks like and sounds like and acts like, you're correct.
Yeah. Well, they had a "Make America Great Again" hoodie on.
It was signed.
It was like a nicer, like embroidered version of it than like a typical hoodie.
Oh, he spent at least $50 on that hoodie.
And I haven't been that up close and personal with a lot of "Make America Great Again" merch, but I didn't expect it to be.
It's quality.
It was a high quality hoodie.
I will say that Donald Trump, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, he does sell tight merch.
Tight merch. Yeah, keeping it real tight. But
from the picture you guys sent me, it did look like a nice hoodie.
No, it's a nice hoodie.
But it looked like embroidered. I could tell from the picture.
Yeah. Well, and you could tell also that he knew, like, after the last 4 years, he was like, I want to get something to really commemorate these 4 years. An oversized red hoodie with an embroidered signature of Donald J. Trump sounds perfect.
Yeah, well, and also...
There was an embroidered signature?
There was an embroidered signature on the pocket. And
great.
I noticed which it comes back later, the pocket was ripped.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't notice that.
I told you that's why I wanted to get the picture, because the pocket was ripped. When it got ripped by a police officer at the Capitol.
Oh, okay, there you go, Capitol police officer.
Yeah, and he said that...
he didn't make that hoodie great again.
No, he didn't make that. And he said he...
I don't know, though. I kind of think that makes it more of a nice keepsake for him, because it's kind of like when you get a player's jersey that's game worn. Yeah, it's all sweaty and nasty, but it's cool because the player was wearing it. He got it damaged in the Donnybrook, let's say, that was happening.
He said that there was still pepper spray in it, so he kept wiping his face with it and getting repeppered.
He's got to commemorate. He's got to frame it, man. Put it up in his house.
What a piece of shit.
I would want, if I were him, I would want the first thing that people see when they open the door to my house is that fucking sweater.
Yeah, like you're saying, you hang it up like a jersey, a game-worn jersey or something like that.
But yeah.
To be fair, I was jealous. He had on his mask coverage, which he did use.
Sort of.
but it was a Shinerbach Gator.
Actually,
and I was actually kind of jealous of the Gator. I was like, I could do without the hoodie, but that Gator.
Given his proclivities towards face masks, he did do a much better job than I expected him to.
Oh yeah,
he didn't. It was on about half the time. But hey, man, I expected a lot less.
Yeah, I thought it was total bullshit until he.
Oh, I thought he was full of shit too.
So
but video, video or nothing.
Yeah, here's my question for you guys. As someone that wasn't there, and I'm guessing Rob was slightly drunk because he's just texting me all of a sudden. He's like, dude, we're incognito right now. We infiltrated a Trump bar is what you texted me.
We did. There was a lot of Trump people there. And I have to tell you, man, I didn't necessarily say anything like that. I try to say something they would say. I just didn't disagree with them after they spoke.
Yeah, just let them keep talking themselves down the hole. But how?
We didn't get Facebook, Rob.
No.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Oh, and Facebook Rob has been going fucking ham.
We didn't get Facebook.
Oh
Rob.
my god. Keyboard warrior Rob got blocked by a guy who we've had. We'll call him Troy Downey. He
just as a random.
Just out of that random. We'll call him Troy Downey. We got into. We've been in. I'd say one or two kerfuffles about politics over the last 4 years, and we've said some things to each other. I've been fairly civil. He's said some pretty nasty shit, but he blocked me because I
stirred the pot.
Oh
you
no!
Tremendously
I'm not
stirred
sitting here
the
saying
pot.
I didn't do what I maybe deserve it. I 100% get it. I was a dick, but in a pretty pleasant way. I made a donation to the Black Lives Matter movement in the name of Troy Downey and another guy who's a big Trump guy, and I posted it on Facebook and tagged him in it, and then he blocked me.
and he didn't like that as much.
He was not one bit happy about it.
That's a good thing to do, though. That's a good way to get somebody like that. But getting back to the Trump bar that you guys were at.
And I wouldn't say it was a Trump bar. It didn't start out that way, but then
there was a lot of people with Trump. I bet a lot of people like Trump at that bar.
Well, I think it's mainly the location that attract that. But.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Good old Lottawanna, man. Can't wait for the summer and the Jocos,
Yeah.
all the fun. But how did this guy was he like going around the bar like I was at the Capitol, or like how did you guys?
No,
Chris, did you bring it up?
No, I go. He was like right in front of us, and actually, to be fair, we were sitting there for a very long time after we ordered beer without getting it, and I could see the beer.
Oh, that was right. We got there. We waited 20 minutes before anyone was like, "Oh, do you guys want something to drink?" We were sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
And 20
great.
minutes passed. Like, "Oh, do you guys want something?"
Yeah, so I was like, hey, and I was just trying to make like a conversation to just generate, just so somebody would know we're here. So I think I just like said hi to the guy, say, hey, how's it going? And he just goes, oh, I'm really sore.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it was one of those, like, you didn't have to reach that hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
know
he
what I
was.
mean?
Oh no, you're right. He was absolutely just waiting for someone to even mention his sweater, so he'd be like, "I was there."
Yeah, no, and then he was. And
was there, brother.
There was like 2 follow-up questions before he was like, "Oh no, I was inside the Capitol," and I was like, "Ah, bullshit."
And then we couldn't get him to. Well, and once Pandora came out of the box, it was not going back in. We couldn't get him to shut the fuck up after that.
To be fair, we were feeding into.
Oh, we weren't being like we were definitely acting like we want to hear more because we obviously wanted to hear more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It got more sad as it went on, though.
Yeah, it was pretty. I still totally worth it. It was wild. It was a wild. He was up in a fucking tree he was climbing a fucking tree.
He was inside. He said he was inside the Capitol, and we've got video evidence of this smoking a joint.
Yep.
With he didn't say. He just said he had his pistol on him the entire time.
Yeah, he did mention he was armed, but I always thought that was just kind of implied. Yeah,
I didn't hear this part of the story.
He was armed.
Yeah, he was armed.
Well, and smoking a joint in the Capitol too. That's that's a pretty baller move. I'll say that.
The one thing,
I'll give him that.
That is kind of cool.
That's what you want to call it. That's okay.
I don't agree with anything that got him there or anything like that, But if I'm on a tour of the Capitol and I got a little Jaybird and I sneak it in, and I can get to the bathroom,
If
that's
I've already
pretty cool.
If I've already gone that far and I'm an insurgent inside a federal building, smoking a joint's fine. I'm gonna go crazy though. I'm gonna pull my dick out. I'm gonna take a shit on something. I'm just gonna go crazy.
Raging Rob in the Capitol.
You've already committed a felony.
Yeah, Facebook Rob is going to come full bore inside the Capitol.
You may as well go full send on the situation. You've already committed a felony. You may as well shit on something.
He did. He smoked a joint in one of the trees outside, as he showed too. So he climbed one of the trees, and he was scanning around, and there was like other Trumpers.
One or two.
Yeah, in the trees with him, and they were just.
So he lives here, obviously, in the middle of the country, and he just decided.
Well, his boss.
I'm going to answer the cry.
This is why I think it's a Trump part, because, like, yeah, my boss was like, I'm going to the Capitol. He's like, do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, I want to go. So then they impromptu drove 20 hours to D.C. and
they drove so they could have their pistols with them
see,
and
I
not
just
worry about airport. And you're not allowed to carry
that's true.
anywhere near the Capitol.
I was just thinking, I thought it was a total Trump thing to just drive, like, yeah, brother, we're going. Well, what did you buy plane tickets? No, we can drive it. It's like, Jesus Christ,
No,
it's 20
let's
hours
go
drive.
right fucking
specifically
now.
He specifically said what it was, which actually, not to get too into it, but everybody was like, "Oh, why didn't?" Initially, my reaction was, "How come the cops didn't like shoot more people?"
I think a lot of people had that same
really bad,
reaction.
but then I thought about it one step further after hearing that guy.
Some people would argue if they had been BLM protesters, they may have shot a few more people. That argument's been made.
I think if they would have fired, hearing this guy, if they would have fired into the crowd, the crowd would have fired back.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like I think it kept it de-escalated by not having more people.
That's a good angle.
shoot.
I didn't think about that, Chris. You're right, because if they did shoot one woman, a veteran, and it's terrible and very sad. Even though I didn't agree with her political beliefs, it still was very sad that and 5 people died. A police Capitol officer died. That was all very sad, very tragic, horrible. But I think you're right. I think they figured if they start shooting these people have weapons for sure.
I'm guessing that if thinking of it further, like the smart thing to do would be de-escalate, but don't shoot at them because
I don't know if de-escalate so much as just like try to manage it, because that was not getting de-escalated.
Yeah,
it was not. Like let's just keep it at an escalated, but not more escalated.
Well, and he says, "Well, I was ready to shoot back if they shot at me, because if I was going to be taken out, I was going to take one of them. Yeah. I got a 3-year-old daughter, you know."
Oh, that's right. I remember he said that. I was like, I looked at Chris and I was like, did he just say what I think he said? Like, he said if he got shot, he was going to shoot back because he has a 3-year-old daughter. I'm like, oh, cool, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So his angle was guns. His whole thing was guns. He thought that people were going to take his guns, and that upset him so much that he did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, hot damn, man! It sounds like you guys had quite the Sunday night or whatever fucking night that was.
No, it was Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night. Yeah, it was. It was the first time I've been out in months, and I got to tell you, since I've already had the vid, I was like, let's give it a shot, and totally worth it. It was awesome.
Totally worth it.
It actually was it was a really interesting.
Yeah, I imagine so. It sounds like quite the time.
All right, so let's get back to it.
So that's why we're doing the Purge.
Yep.
So now the Purge. Now the real life Purge.
Cast. Frank Grillo as Sergeant. Carmen Ejogo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ejogo, maybe? It's Hispanic, maybe? Ejogo? I don't know. Carmen E. as Eva.
Carmen Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego as Ava Sanchez. Zach Gilford as Shane. Riley Sanchez as Liz. And Michael Kenneth Williams as Carmelo.
Yeah, shout out.
Actually, he was supposed to be an honorable mention. And then honorable mention to Lakeith Stanfield, who was a young ghoul-faced. And then, this is another fun name.
Shit, that was Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah.
I was like, why does he look so fucking familiar to me?
Lakeith.
That makes so much more sense.
He's a big up-and-comer. So he kind of came to the spotlight when he was in the movie Get Out.
Yeah.
Was he the main character?
He's not the main character.
He's not the main character. He was the guy who was in a lot of the press, trailers for it. He was the first one who'd already been changed.
Oh, yeah. Real skinny guy.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then also a shout out to honorable mention to Noel Guglielmi, which it's a weird name, but he's Hector from Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah. In my notes, even though his name's Diego in this movie, I still wrote him down as Hector.
I'll always call him Hector. He always kind of plays a Hector.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yo, my name's Hector. I got a last name, but I can't pronounce it." He does. He says that, and that's his first line in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. He was always like a little bit character or whatever. He had a
always
lot of
is,
bit parts. And by 2014 or whenever when this came out, you hadn't seen him in a while, so it was good seeing him again. Yeah, Hopefully he pops up again soon.
Well, if you recall, Keaton, he popped up in that Shia LaBeouf movie that we did where he does that really great Latin impersonation. What was that movie called?
The Tax Collector.
Tax Collector.
Yeah.
He was in a scene
that
there.
movie.
You like that movie. You own that movie.
I own it. And you know what? I'm not ashamed to say I've probably watched it 4 times since we've done that podcast.
You watched it since then?
Oh, yeah, 4 times.
And you would watch it 4 times before we did the podcast
it's
too.
that good of a movie.
No. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm saying I enjoy watching it.
I don't like telling people what to do, but just stop watching it.
No, Shia LaBeouf's performance, while maybe racist, is highly captivating. And
I feel like that movie and War on Everyone are the two
Yeah, I
in
love
this
that movie.
podcast
That movie's
run
great.
that Robbie's probably watched the most.
you guys don't have like a go-to movie you want to watch and like, I got nothing to do. I'm going to put this on. Like,
Not The Tax Collector.
I like The Tax Collector.
I do that
It's
with
fun.
I do it with series more so. Like I'm rewatching Band of Brothers for the 18th fucking time right now for some reason.
Yeah, but that's actually good.
It's really good. It's really good.
Okay, Frank Grillo. Before this, he's known for The Sweetest Thing, which is an underrated early 2000s comedy
That's
that I
Soulja Boy?
love. Yes, Sergeant.
Sergeant.
The Sweetest Thing, Minority Report. The Shield. He has a record on The Shield for a few seasons. Pride and Glory, Warrior, which I love that movie.
Warrior? Yeah,
Yeah, with Tom Hardy and dude,
that is actually
Fucking
one
great
of
movie.
my top 10 favorite movies.
it's a great movie. Nick Nolte should have won an
Yeah,
Oscar.
that is one of my top 10 favorite movies.
Nolte is, dude. The fighting scenes are so dope too. I'm not a big UFC guy, even I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, no, that movie is phenomenal.
He also was in End of Watch, Zero Dark 30, and he's Captain America movies. He was one of the villains, but I think he's gonna be a bigger villain,
He
like
got
bigger role than he
blown
was.
up, then came back again, and then just got wiped out in the first scene.
Yep.
Yeah, he's one of those dudes that got
Bones?
fucked up in the elevator by Captain America.
Yeah.
And what is an iconic scene now.
Yeah, it's like skull and cross. I can't remember his fucking like his villain's name. I don't remember.
Yeah.
After this, known for a bunch, he's like kind of getting into this lane of straight to streaming movies where he's just he's just making a ton of them and so like it takes 30 days to shoot and he can knock out 4 or 5 in a year and probably make $300 to $500K each for each one.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, so like one's like there's movies like Wheelman and Donnybrook. Those are 2 examples I wrote down,
Okay.
which sound like straight to
And
streaming
he's the leading
titles.
guy in those?
Which is that's becoming a lot more popular now. Like even bigger actors, like Bruce Willis, is doing that now for sure.
Yeah, but his movies
Are
have been
bad.
trash for a long time.
Garbage! Just
Trash for a long time.
no, it's
It's
really
working
bad.
against him now.
He's not really bad in them, but the movies themselves horrendous.
Yeah.
Carmen Ejogo or Ejogo. I think the white guy in me is trying to say Ejogo. I think it's Ejogo.
Is that mom or daughter?
That would be mom. And before this, she's known for The Avengers, not the superheroes, but the original one with Uma Thurman and I believe it's Ralph Fiennes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Sean Connery, a movie about a terrorist who wants to use weather to take over the world. That's a real synopsis.
Yeah.
Pride and Glory. She was also in that, and she was in that Tyler Perry movie Alex Cross. I didn't see it, but I like Tyler Perry better when he's not Medea. But Medea's been wildly popular.
Wait, so not often.
Yeah, so not the majority of the time. I think he's a pretty good. I mean, he's obviously wildly successful.
My grandma really liked Medea for whatever that's worth.
No, I mean,
You know?
there's absolutely a market for it. That's why they've made 17 of those movies.
I've never seen a Medea movie. I've never seen a Medea skit, but everybody just knows who that is.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty. Medea's kind of iconic. It's kind of an iconic character now, whether you like her or not. But South Park always had the best joke. Oh God. Something about how Token was like seeing another Medea movie, and he goes, Carmen goes, Token, if you don't stop giving Tyler Perry your money, he won't go away. Oh, that's right. Tyler Perry is Medea coming and goes, how's your child? Her child. And then Token just keeps giving him like $1. And he's like, no, Token, don't. If you keep giving Tyler Perry your money, he won't go away.
That is pretty good. I get it.
So after this, Carmen's known for Selma, one of the Fantastic Beasts movies. She was in Alien Covenant, the newest season of True Detective, and she's in this new series I'm watching on Showtime called Your Honor with Bryan Cranston, which is phenomenal.
Your Honor?
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. If you have Showtime, check it out. Cranston does not disappoint, and it's fucking awesome. I don't want to give away too much about it. It's fucking great, though.
I'll check it out. Does it have anything to do with a judge or like a courtroom?
What tipped you off?
Well, the title. I'll be honest.
Yes. No, I know. That's not wild. I mean, that's not obvious.
Here's the honor. If you can't come in her, come on her.
We did that toast one too many times
Love
in
you,
college.
Tibbert.
Yeah, that was that's a Tibbert right there. Zach Gilford. Fuck. Or I like to call him
Sorensen.
Poor man's Andy Samberg.
Sorensen.
Sorensen.
Friday Night Lights.
Yes, correct. Yes. Yeah, that's right. I just like I read
How did
it.
you not know that?
I don't know. Because I saw his face. I'm like, I know that fucking guy.
Oh,
I even read he was in Friday Night Lights, and then now I see it perfectly.
The TV show or the movie?
The TV show.
Okay, I never watched the show.
He's basically the Mike Winchell of the series.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He takes care of his grandma.
Oh, so he's the main
I
fucking
was
character of the
watching
series?
it.
No, there's a lot of main characters in that
Okay.
series. It's an ensemble thing.
And I remember watching it being like, man, if you guys don't quit trying to purge me, I'm going to go tell my grandma on you.
To my grandma. God, his performance was.
He's a bitch.
I say pathetic, but not that his performance, not his actual performance. Like he was fine in acting, but his character was pathetic.
Probably shouldn't have taken that one.
No. It was,
I expected more.
they emasculated the fuck out of
I
him in this
expected
movie.
a lot more.
Good God. Yeah. Before this, known for Grey's Anatomy, Friday Night Lights. After this, known for Kingdom, which is a TNT series I think is pretty good. Ellie's Finest. And he also is in Drunk History, an episode. Everyone's been in an episode of Drunk History. Keely Sanchez.
Lost.
Or as I like to say, poor man's Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Before, known for Stuck on You, Lost. She was in Lost for a couple seasons.
Yep.
And
Which one is this?
poor man's
Sorensen's
Andy
girlfriend.
Sorensen's
Oh,
Well, I think
recognize
wife.
it. I didn't recognize. Well, no, they were
Wife,
getting-
girlfriend, whatever.
They were separated.
They were
You don't
getting
separate when
separate.
you're a boyfriend and girlfriend. You
That's
just
true.
break up.
I mean, he was enough of a bitch.
Take
He
it-
may have called it that.
I
Take
never
it from
looked
me,
for
guys.
rings,
I've
so-
got experience with this. Separated means you were married.
Okay, all right. I don't really want it to be real, you know?
I'm gonna tell my
I
sister.
want to tell my
on that.
sister. God damn, he sucked.
He did.
I want to tell my sister we're getting separated. After the, I'm sorry, said
Makes
that.
it real.
Keely Sanchez. Before this, Stuck on You, Lost, and then 30 Days of Night, Dark Days. So not the good one, but whatever shitty sequel they made afterward.
I got nothing.
After this, known for Kingdom and Drunk History. So they were, that makes sense. So they were both. That's how they all know each other. That lot of commonality in regards to their.
Yeah, she was more of a badass than he was.
100%. She actually wielded a weapon and didn't look like a total fucking pussy.
Or get shot doing it.
Yeah. Well, dude, yeah.
She's in a couple seasons of Lost, but like she gets her full episode dedicated to her and her boyfriend Paolo called Expose, and it's like one of the more polarizing Lost episodes. So shout out to Lost fans out
Oh,
there.
interesting.
So there you go. I liked it. A lot of
Haven't
people
watched
don't.
Lost either.
That's the kind of analysis you get from Cannabis Keenan for this show.
Yeah, that's right.
That
I've watched
in
Lost,
depth.
man. Yeah.
He's watched Lost. He's watched this movie. He's
I've watched
watched all
Lost
the
twice.
Purge. Yeah.
I've watched Lost twice. I've seen these movies all like 5 times. What's up?
What's
Yeah.
up?
See, that's what I'm saying. The Keenan's seen the Purge movies 5 times each.
I wrote down that this is
Yeah,
this
Tax
movie,
Collector is just such a one-off. Like the Purge is a little bit more mainstream.
How dare you, sir?
and it's kind of short.
It's kind of weird. Like I'm nervous that you're
It's
living
hour
by
45.
yourself. What do you say?
No,
He's
dude,
like,
you
"Man,
said you've been living by. You're watching the fuck. You've been living by yourself too long. You're watching the Tax Collector on a regular basis. Like, you need someone living with you to like judge you, so you don't do the shit like this.
Your dogs just know the cues in the movies at this point and shit like that.
Yeah, like Robbie, maybe don't watch the Tax Collector
Yeah.
again while masturbating.
Chris is like, God, Rob's hit rock bottom. He's drinking every night. He's depressed, and he's watching the fucking Tax Collector.
Robbie like drinks a beer at a certain part. He's like, "Oh, this scene's coming up. I better
gotta
finish
open
this
this
beer
one."
so I can get the next one."
Yeah.
Just be a normal dude and binge the Fast and Furious movies again and again.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of those.
Hey, that I have watched Hobbs and Shaw a few times.
Oh, I hate that movie.
I love that movie.
Oh, it's
I
so
turned it
long and
off.
boring.
It's so much fun. How could
so
you not
long.
love it?
Oh, it's the same, like 10 minutes repeated.
Oh, for sure. And it's an awesome 10 minutes.
I guess so.
You cannot deny the charisma that The Rock and Jason Statham have. They have great chemistry.
Coming from the guy that's keeping the Tax Collector afloat as a movie, I believe that that's how you feel.
I have seen the.
Wouldn't mind if they sent me like a signed copy or something.
I've been watching the Mission Impossible movies like once a year.
Those
or
are
two,
pretty.
you
Those
know?
are good movies.
All of them?
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Well, especially like 5, 6, 7. I really like
So,
those.
okay, Keenan, we always had this conversation, Chris, and maybe you can kind of settle this debate here. Keenan doesn't think Mission Impossible 2 is good. I think it's awesome.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the motorcycle scenes.
It's great.
I
It's
loved
fantastic.
it as a kid.
There's
Going
that
back
song,
and watching
hey,
it, I'm
hey,
like, I can't.
If
Fucking John Woo.
It's Mission Impossible, but Face Off. It's John Woo.
It's so. That's exactly what it is. There's flying doves everywhere.
Sticks and stones
it's awesome.
may break your
I mean-
bones, but words will never hurt you.
Tanny Newton's really hot in
Tanny
it. though.
Newton-
She
Just
is smoking. In that.
And I am a sucker for a John Woo film. You attach John Woo to it, I'm in. I have
Tom
all
Cruise's
in.
pretty good.
hair is weird in it
He
too.
looks
You
awesome.
know, like I don't know.
Dude, you're a
There's
hater.
that weird doctor that injects that thing into him?
Yeah.
You got Anthony Hopkins.
I forget what they called it.
Anthony
Chimera, the
Hopkins is
Chimera
like-
virus.
Chimera.
He does have a great line, though. He's like, if it were easy, it would be called Mission Difficult. But it's not. It's Mission Impossible.
We call Mission
He did
Difficult.
that in
This is
the
called
most
Mission Impossible.
Anthony Hopkins way, too.
Yeah, it's so good.
Anthony Hopkins is the best.
Yeah.
Okay, where were we?
Who even fucking knows at this point?
So the Purge.
Let's go with net worths.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
Titty 2 necklace. Okay, Frank Grillo.
Oh, 25 million.
Okay.
I think that's a good guess, but I'm going to say 15.
6 million. He's vastly
Oh.
undervalued.
Well, and you said he's pumping out like 3 or 4
I know, I
movies.
thought he
That's
would
what I
have-
was thinking.
Yeah.
3 or 4 movies straight to
And
Netflix
then
or
being-
something.
he's
and
getting
then
paid that
touching the Marvel. you
Yeah,
know,
he was
like-
a little buddy got killed off pretty
I was
early.
way off. Oh, well.
He's barely in it. But and that's the thing. Frank Grillo, I is low-key a fantastic actor. I actually love him. He would have made, if John Barenthal was great, but he would also made a great Punisher.
John Barenthal is hard.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
he did a great
is
job.
the-
He did a great job.
yeah. That dude can monologue.
He can.
He can monologue. He does it in almost every movie, every performance. You're going to get a John Barenthal monologue.
But they're all good.
Like in Wind River.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it's
dude, I
such a
love
great
Wind
movie.
River. I love Wind
Yeah,
River.
like- oh, yeah.
But by that time, I was so used to seeing John Bernthal end up taking a turn and being a bad guy that, like, when he showed up in Wind River,
I
I was
for
like,
sure thought it was
he's
gonna
going to
twist.
be the bad guy. And then he just gets fucking brutally murdered. It's like, spoiler alert. I should have said that before.
Yeah, I
but-
know, because that movie, like, slow. Everything happened.
And
Yes.
nice shout out to the Olsen twin sister. What's her name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
She somehow became more famous than the Olsen twins.
She's
Yeah.
a good actress.
She's
She's
a good
actually
actress.
a good actress.
She's a good
That's the
actress.
She's a good
difference, yeah.
actress.
Didn't have a coke problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It didn't marry a guy that
And-
was 65 when she was 20.
And there's only one of them.
Well, and she wasn't famous as a kid. I think that there's pressure on child actors, you know. Her twin sisters were super big as
Yeah.
kids and had problems as teens, you know, but she was probably lived a semi-normal life.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't fucking know.
She's the Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited for
what is-
WandaVision.
What is WandaVision about? I don't understand it. It's like there's this 50s kind of feel
So
to
her
it.
name is Wanda, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
His
And
name
then
is Vision.
It's a real
WandaVision.
It's a real creative name.
So I think it's just them, like, living together in suburbia, then, like, weird shit happens because he's Vision.
Yeah, I think it'll fill in some time in the Marvel universe when they were together, like between.
Yeah, because Vision's dead.
I
Yeah.
get, like, a Bewitched vibe
I think
from
she
it.
is
A little
might
bit,
be too,
yeah. Yeah, because it's like, what do you think that boardroom conversation was like? Well, we've been juggling around with a couple titles. What do you think? Well, we like Vision Wanda. Don't like it. WandaVision. Sold.
Nail it. Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Bettany. More Paul Bettany.
I like Paul Bettany.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carmen Ihogo. I really hope I'm saying that right. I
that
really
is.
apologize if I'm not.
I'm just gonna say
She's the mom,
600,000.
right?
Yeah.
Range 1 to 5 million.
You're not wrong, but it's not a range. It is within 1 to 5 million.
Okay. So, Chris, you want to change your guess based on that?
No,
Sticking with
committed.
600K.
I committed to it.
It's 3 million.
3 mil. Good for her, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
good for her.
Not, I guess. Good for
No,
her.
good for
Yeah,
her.
For sure.
She is also in your. Oh, I told you this, Your Honor. She's fantastic in it. She's really good.
Yeah, good for her.
Zach Gilford.
A range 1 to 5 million.
Yeah, you guys got to tone it. You got to bring it in a little bit. I'm gonna say 8 million.
6 million, and until I just now had this epiphany that who he was on Friday Night Lights, I'm like, how the fuck does he have $6 million? Syndication, baby. That's syndication money.
Yeah, I mean, he took care of his grandma for like 8 seasons.
Yeah, oh, I remember. And then Michael B. Jordan came in. And
Yeah,
yeah,
he did.
yeah.
He did. And then there's Riggs, or no, not Riggs. That's Lethal Weapon.
Well, no, there is a Riggs, or not Riggs.
Riggins.
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 Yeah, Tim Riggins.
Yeah.
Is
With
that
Taylor
Kitsch?
Kitsch. Tim
Okay.
Riggins. Tim Riggins is easily the best character in that show.
I think in the Battleship episode, you kept calling him Tim Riggins, so that's the only reason I know that.
Tim Riggins is the best character in the show.
He's blessed with a good face, but surprisingly can't act.
I disagree. I think he can. He's not.
You're handicapped by the tax collector.
I liked
Not
the-
letting-
Yeah.
Okay. All
not
right.
letting it
Okay.
go.
Okay.
I liked the Battleship movie.
You did?
I did. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
That's-
That and Baywatch.
That is whack. Yeah, Baywatch
liked
is funny.
Baywatch.
Baywatch is funny.
Baywatch was way better, but you know,
Baywatch was fun.
I should watch Baywatch again. I thought that was
Oh, it's-
legitimately funny.
I,
a fun movie.
you put The Rock in anything. Again, no one has super high expectations, but like he's a movie called fucking Skyscraper. It's a movie called Skyscraper.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was good.
And Zac Efron's in it. Lots of hot chicks.
Oh, dude, Zac Efron is like dude, I feel totally comfortable in my sexuality to say he's one of the most handsome men I've ever seen.
He is, but he seems small.
He probably is. Most good, like, so is Tom Cruise.
I know.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right. Keely Sanchez.
Unlisted.
200,000.
500K.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's
good
fine.
for her.
Not a lot of heavy hitters in this movie.
No.
Michael
no.
Kenneth Williams, I think the biggest hitter in this movie, and doesn't even have a big role.
Frank Grillo, I think, is bigger than Michael Kenneth Williams.
I've just seen a lot of HBO shows, so
well,
Michael
The
Kenneth
Wire.
Williams is way more to me than
The
Frank
Wire.
Grillo.
Yeah.
The Wire, Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
I watched Lovecraft Country. That was good.
I tried to get into it and I couldn't.
Haven't watched it.
I liked it.
All right. Specs and deets.
Very weird. Yes, indeed.
Runtime, hour 45.
Long.
A little bloated.
I like it.
Little bloated.
20 minutes long.
Yeah, 15, I think.
The first one is 86 minutes long, so they did add like 20 minutes to this movie.
Yeah, this kind of movie, like this kind of popcorn kind of movie, can't be more than 90 minutes. It just can't. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
Budget, $9 million. So the budget was $9 million. This movie opened at $29 million. It grossed $71.9 million domestically and $111 million globally.
Damn.
This movie made over 10 times its budget.
Jesus. And this is the second one that I didn't
Yeah.
even know. I didn't know the title of it or that it really exists. I knew there was more Purge movies until you said this is the movie we're doing. Go watch it.
And that's the thing. Like at first, when I'd see these films, I'm like, God, why do they keep making these things? They don't seem like they're that good. They print fucking money.
It seems like a Saw franchise, but just not as insane.
Yeah, I see what you mean
Like
by
that
that.
kind of like
Less
model.
less horror than Saw, but
like
yeah,
we can do whatever we want with this. We've got an idea.
And I think, America being kind of, the beacon for democracy or the world, I think it's such
Not
an
recently.
interesting. I know, but yeah, but I'm saying I think it's a very interesting concept, not just for Americans, but also for other people watching America around the world, like the U.S.
yeah, I agree.
and it is a very interesting concept.
Well, they've almost made like a purgeiverse.
Yeah,
can't-
would you purge? That's a conversation I've had
Can't
with
get over.
people.
There's so many holes in it.
What do you mean?
Like there in the concept of it.
Okay,
There's so many holes. How
We
does
got to
it-
watch the first Purge.
have you seen the first one?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but the fourth one is called the first Purge.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's just like how does
That's
it,
confusing.
yeah, I know.
How does insurance work?
I don't know.
People burn and blow shit up all
I
the
don't know, man.
time.
Oh,
Does
I've
insurance
got
pay for
some
that
notes
stuff?
about that.
I think
I
you
feel
have
like there's a lot I want to talk to about the concept.
Would you want to be on the Purge cleanup crew?
No.
Like, fuck.
That was honestly I don't know.
At the end of this movie, when they take him to the hospital, because emergency services are suspended for 12 hours or whatever, so
Right.
like the hospital would be such a fucking shit show.
Not only that, but during that 12 hours, everybody's like actively killing each other.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
hospitals are going to be insane.
Yeah, just nuts.
This
and
I-
then just bodies everywhere.
This
Like,
idea definitely plays off of the fact that you have to think that humans generally aren't very good people. Like, I
Right.
mean, it definitely plays off that idea.
Oh, they're killing their family. We'll get into
Yeah,
it.
here we go.
We'll
Let's
get
go.
into it.
Plot keywords. Number 1, sequel. Number 2, Mexican American. Number 3, booby trap, which is objectively one of the funniest words in the English language.
I'll agree. I'm okay with that.
I'll give you that.
Objectively one of the funniest compound words in the English language. Booby trap.
If I had to fall into a trap, I hope it's a
A
booby,
booby trap, absolutely. It's like every 12-year-old's best dream. It's like it's a booby trap. It's like, what kind of trap is it?
You didn't fall into a barrel full of titties and come out sucking your thumb.
No.
Is that a quote from
Sorry?
something?
My dad used to say that all the time.
That's
Oh,
a,
really?
I gotta write that one down. I kind of want to have that
That's pretty good.
macrame onto on some kind of a cloth and hang it in my house.
It takes a second to think about, but then when it hits you, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Number 4, gore. Number 5, class differences. Obviously, those two make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Taglines. They're fine. Nothing. Maybe it's not great, not bad. United We Purge is one. Second one is the new founding fathers of America invite you to celebrate your right to purge. A little long.
Okay.
I think they do a good job on those.
That's building the Purgeiverse.
The play on words of how this person's going to purge, I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, see, every time they say
He's
that.
purging tonight.
Yeah, I just think everyone has bulimia every time they say that. You purging? Yeah, I'm down 20 pounds. And then the final one is the annual purge has commenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And this did come out the year after the first one, so it was kind of like an annual purge at that point.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. So I have this written in my notes. We're going to do the Canopsis. Time for the Canopsis. Give us your Canopsis, Cannabis, Keenan. I have in my outline, I usually put in parentheses refer to Keenan, but I spelled it refer to Keenan this time.
Hi-oh.
I get it.
Yep, I gave myself claps. All right, Keenan.
I'm not a big fan of my Canopsis on this one, but I'm going to read it anyway.
Please.
In 2013, we were introduced to a dystopian view of America in which all crime is legal for 12 hours when The Purge hit theaters nationwide. Now, in its sequel, we are taking shit up a notch as we spend Purge night on the streets of L.A. with a ragtag group of survivors that luckily run into Frank Grillo so he can protect all their bitch asses in The Purge Anarchy.
All right.
I can tell by the synopsises whether you like the movies or not.
Oh, I like this movie.
Yeah, like without knowing, I can just tell.
Yeah, I agree. Keenan has he's a little more electric when he's doing the movies
He is,
likes.
and he goes
yeah.
into the 2013. He was feeling that one.
Just a little bit of English on, a little more
You know,
pizzazz.
they say one for
Yeah.
you, one for me. That one was for him.
That was for him.
That one was for me, you know.
Yeah, I like it. You didn't like it. I thought it was fine.
That's for fans of the Purgeiverse.
Purgeiverse. I'm coining that. Purgeiverse.
I saw 3 and 4 in theaters. What's up?
I'm surprised they hit theaters.
I don't think they will anymore.
They're coming out with a 5th one.
Yeah, I know, but I think so with the
it
coronavirus
does.
pandemic happening, I think there's going to be a market of just straight to streaming movies.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Whatever. This
gonna
should be straight to streaming.
Right. The
but
big budget films will go to movie theaters. Films like this will go straight to streaming.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
And Wonder Woman just dropped below 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's now certified rotten.
You almost look like an Englishman. Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
It's certified rotten now, isn't it?
It's rotten, isn't it, bruv?
Oi, Govs.
Gov.
Oh, you're from London?
Let me buy you a drink. It reminds me of Ice Cube's kid in
Certified
Den of
rotten.
Thieves.
Oh, my God. That was so bad.
You seen Den of Thieves at the end? He's like, "Oh, you working at Diamond Exchange? Oh, next one's on me, bruv, because I'm gonna rob you." Oh, it's hilarious. I can't wait for that sequel to come out. I'm so excited.
Is it going to be called Dens of Thieves?
I don't think so. No,
Make the den plural. It's a sequel.
I hope not.
Anyway.
God, fuck. That's another movie I've been watching during the pandemic, probably at least 3 times. I love Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves is a less well-made Heat, but it's still awesome.
Just watch Heat then.
No. Heat's kind of more prestigious. It has kind of more of an Oscar feel to it. Like, this is just straight
It has more
movies
of like
for
a good movie feel.
yeah. This is like straight movie for guys who like movies like Gerard Butler with his ridiculous sausage fingers, like acting crazy.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Eating donuts all left and right.
Eating donuts in crime scenes. He's got a ring on every fucking finger. And he's like, oh, he's just got this swagger about him. I fucking love him in that movie.
Robbie thought the Canadian guy was Scottish.
I did.
Oh, anyway.
All right. Damn it, I keep doing that. Now it's
Or
time
opposite.
For now it's
The
time for the real
Scottish guy
buzz.
was Canadian.
Yeah, Scottish guy was Canadian. That's what I thought.
Anyway.
Time for the real buzz rundown. Who wants to start?
I'll let Keenan go.
Can you?
I'll sprinkle in because
So this is what happens when I actually have fucking seen the movie a lot and I like the movie a lot. I don't have too many notes, but I do have some notes. You know, some conversation starters maybe, but you know, we'll see what happens here.
Okay.
So my first note is I fucking love the Purge movies, and it's true, I do. And I might have already said this, I don't know, but to me, these are kind of like when we were all on. Hey, I'm still drinking that.
Oh,
man.
sorry, I thought you were done. I apologize.
You want the coaster though?
Well, no. I just thought you were. I thought it was empty.
Oh, there's still. I'm not from St. Louis. I'll drink the whole thing. You know.
Okay. All right. I wasn't taking this from you. You can still use it. I was just going to replace it because I thought you were done.
But when the 3 of us did the Halloween for Freddy vs. Jason, I think the last time you were on, you guys said that you guys had seen that movie like 10 times or some shit like
least.
that.
I've seen that one a lot.
I haven't seen this one specifically that many times, but the Purge movies overall, like, I don't know, I've seen them all probably at least 3 to 5 times.
Okay.
So, you know, I really enjoyed watching these movies. I don't know what it is about them. They're just cheesy enough, but also just good enough action that it's like not completely campy. I don't know, and it
like
doesn't
a-
take itself too seriously.
Like a fun, heavy watch.
See,
Yeah.
I kind of think I agree with you. They don't, But I do think in this one, I think it was a pretty good movie up until I think they jumped the shark at the Purge auction. I think that was like what? It was,
I loved it, but that goes back to the first one a little bit with their Purge night, and they're like, "Oh, this was."
They have the like little parties.
Yeah,
they
but
have
even
little
just
parties
that
and stuff.
auctioneer who was like just the way she was acting, the dialogue she had, it kind of jumped the shark and just was almost tacky, and it wasn't. It didn't fit in the movie because up to that point I kind of was in. I believed it. I suspended disbelief, and then I got there. I'm like, I'm not in. I'm out.
And they stayed in that for a long time too.
Yeah, I suggest you use the Mauser. It's got such a delicate trigger.
Yeah,
like, shut up, bitch.
I didn't believe her for 1 minute. I was
not
actually
at
kind
all.
of sad he didn't just straight blow her out.
I wish he
too.
would have because
I know. I was like, this is a weird thing, but like I would have, or like shot her in the arm.
oh yeah, it's like
Yeah,
wounded
in
her
the
for
kneecap
sure.
or something. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
you know.
Oh, Mrs. Johnson, I was waiting for you to participate in this auction. Are you going to be using your signature blades?
Will your handsome sons be joining you this evening?
Oh, it's their first purge.
But they're so fucking old. I had a problem with
Yeah,
that.
they're
too.
like
It's
45.
it's like, the one dude had grayer hair than his dad did.
Yeah.
But whatever.
They just finally became old enough to purge.
What's this, about 6? Cut it off?
That's definitely what the 6 and a half. I definitely go to that voice sometimes, and I don't mean to.
Well, that's kind of how she
Julia
talked.
Childs.
Yeah.
That is kind of how she talked. But so for me, though, I think this might have been the first one that I saw. I don't know, but I like the whole concept of it being. I like it more than the first one because it being in the entire city, I think is really cool to see instead of just stuck in one
Really
house.
expands
Like-
on the idea.
Yeah.
It opens up the world. There's so much more you can do with it.
And I do think that those black trucks are just creepy enough, like the big black semis driving around just murking people. And this is when the movie, kind of like you said, gets a little too serious, I think, at the end, too, when he's like, not enough people are participating in the purge, so the government needs to go out there and kill people. You know, it's like, well, that's fucked up.
I liked
but-
Big Daddy, that character. He's just an American. He's got a fucking American flag hat on, and he's got a minigun, and I kill people. Like I like Big Daddy.
But it's never really explained at all why, because they're
It is.
Or if it's done on any official capacity.
I think it is. I think
You think it is official?
Yes, because that guy's like, we were just doing our duty.
No, I was going to say it's not explained why the mother and the daughter, whenever they get taken from their apartment, because the soldier guys find them and they're like, hey, we got one for your personal purge, Big Daddy. So Big Daddy, I guess, wanted like a mother-daughter combo.
Why did he want that?
I don't know, because that's what
never
spared him.
explained that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
They never
I
explained
mean, but yeah, obviously they got the point across that they were just trying to,
hit low income apartments.
just
Right,
murder poor people.
What Michael Kenneth Williams, so he's the leader of the anti-New Founding Fathers. I can't remember what the name of his
you
group
could
is.
say it's the Purge versus Antifa.
The Black Panthers make an appearance.
I definitely got Black Panther vibes.
Oh, yeah, he definitely, well, him wearing the glasses gives you Malcolm X vibes a little bit.
Yes.
And then he's got the coat on, kind of like Che Guevara. So he's definitely got
A
all the
revolutionary.
revolutionary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Checks all the boxes.
Wearing the fucking beret. Like, who wears those? But anyway, good for him.
Revolutionaries do, Keenan.
He does, absolutely. And, so he gets his message across or whatever. I can't remember what I was going to say with that. But, fuck, where was I going with that?
I'm sorry, man. I keep interrupting. I'm jumping in tonight.
That's fine.
I've had a lot of caffeine today, so I'm kind of wired.
Yeah, this one's already kind of all over the place anyway, so
Yeah.
I like it. What did I... Well, I'll just go down to my next note. So I like that it follows the city. So then we already kind of talked about Hector from Fast and the Furious. He's Diego in this, but...
Yep, Diego.
In my mind, he's just Hector and living in the same universe, and shit's gone really downhill.
Oh,
and he
that's
just
interesting.
Pretty much hasn't brushed his teeth since 2001.
That
'Cause
was
those
very
teeth,
apparent.
my God, man.
It was pretty. They almost should have just gone back a little bit. Like it was distracting. Like I wasn't paying attention to the performance more so than it was those disgusting fucking teeth.
And he's supposed to be a slob, like when he comes in and
licked
his
her
belly's
face.
hanging out. Looks
He's
like me on the
straight
streets of
licked.
Nashville for your bachelor party. Just like belly hanging out, like, what up, girls?
What's up, bitches?
Not that I had the barricade buster or anything, but like he was such a slob. And I was watching it with Sam. She goes, "Oh my, what a slob!" And it's like, I think that's what they're going for, And then he's
I think
licking her
that's part
face.
of it.
Which brings the question. I have this question. How do you approach a situation like, say, he had survived but was also unsuccessful in his attempt to rape both of them? And the next day, he's still their neighbor. It's like, oh, hey, Diego.
Howdy, neighbor.
Hey, how's it going? No hard feelings about the attempted rape last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another hole in the Purgeverse, I guess. Like, how do you go back to your lives the next day? You know?
Yeah, it's just like, and how do you not like? You would have to move, right? Like next year, like this guy's gonna try to rape me again for sure.
No. Yeah, you're not like. So what are you doing next, Purge?
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Right.
dinner. Don't forget to invite Diego to the fucking block party. Like, well, I mean, Jesus Christ.
One of my notes from the beginning was just every dude in her life is a creepy piece of shit.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. I for sure thought that fucking manager at the beginning, what was his name? Carlos. I thought Carlos, he was like, yeah, look out, I'm coming for you tonight. I for sure thought he actually was going to come.
What was that about?
Like, that's not really a funny joke. Like, that's like you're a woman working in a diner, like, oh, I got to get home before the before it starts. And he's just like, well, you better get home quick because I'm coming for you. It's like, ugh.
And I want to sprinkle in one of my notes there. When he leaves and the two waitresses are talking to each other and they talk about how he's a dog, she says, yeah, that dog wants to sniff your ass.
Yeah, for sure. And
that was a quote.
She's not wrong, though. He definitely did want to sniff her ass.
It was really weird.
Like, literally, I think he wanted to get all up in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All up in that.
The brown nose special.
Yes. I believe that's what they call it. Very eloquently put, Keenan.
Not to be confused with the brown bag special, which is like a lunch deal. You know, two different things.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
You know? Yeah. So does anybody else have anything right now at this point?
No, please go ahead.
No, keep going.
I thought the casting was really good for the family. Like the grandfather. What's the main character chick's name?
Ava.
Ava. So Ava's dad, he's got all the freckles on him. She's got just a little bit of freckles, and then the daughter's got a lot of acne. They all kind of looked alike.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. It was good casting for a.
Keenan's like, I love this movie. I love this movie.
Really thought the grandfather
too.
was going to have a bigger role, but no, he went out at the beginning. He's like, oh, I hate this Purge. And like he talks about he's not going to take his medicine. I'm like, why the fuck was this guy take his medicine?
Which at the end of it, like, I think they survived it, but they each get $100K.
That's true.
Okay, let's talk about that. I feel like they lowballed him a little bit. 100,000 to kill you very violently.
Well, 200,000 technically.
Still low.
Yeah, it's still pretty low.
These people got money. Let's go with a million. A million is the lowest I would do it for my family.
It's
We're
not
not
like
talking about you though. It's an old man.
No, I know. If I was an old man, I'd be like, okay, I get it. He's slowly dying of some terminal illness, but you couldn't talk him up from 200.
And it's not like they gave him the Beijing cocktail or whatever the fuck
No,
either.
they were going
machetes.
to torture him.
Machetes, yeah.
That was weird.
200K, not worth it.
And I'll say right now with the machetes, like we didn't get to see him get hacked to death. Not that I wanted to, I said get to, but
we didn't have the privilege.
Right. One of the keywords was gore, and at first I was thinking a lot of shooting, but the stabbing is pretty gory. I feel like anytime someone's just getting stabbed on the side of the road and shit like that, like there's a couple times where people are just fucking
Yeah, there was there was a gang member who looked like he was in fucking E Block just shivving the fuck out of someone.
Yeah, just like a random thing on the side of the road. So yeah, it is a pretty brutal movie, I guess, but it's not as gory as like Saw or anything like that. You know?
No.
I think that's why I like it kind of too. You know, I don't like that over the top.
I would like
gore.
the Saw movies more if they were not gore porn.
Right.
I agree.
I never saw what's that Hostel or whatever.
Make sure you're blowing the mic. Sorry, say it again.
Hostel. Yeah.
Okay, so when I was younger, Keenan, I watched those. I'm like, oh, these are scary. I watch them now. I'm like, I don't even enjoy this.
It's just kind of torture porn, right?
It's a snuff film.
Yeah.
Well, it's a stage snuff film. No, people don't really die.
Yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to be clear.
So, and then I guess my next note is, well, we already kind of talked about Michael Kenneth Williams, but anything he's in, I'm down for. So I didn't know he was going to be in this the first time I saw it, and he popped up, and I was like, "It's Chalky White." He's always Chalky White before Omar to me.
Nucky, such weird names back in the 20s. Nucky and Chalky. And
hey, Nuck, what are you doing?
Hey, Chalky, hey, Shay.
Yeah, but then I have terrible time for some car trouble, man. That's Purge night,
that's
15
fine.
minutes before the annual commencement.
Well, no, it wasn't terrible time. They cut something.
I know, but still, it's like, fuck.
Well, one of my biggest notes was, why did people not prepare more? Like, how are you even, like, it's 2 hours, we're going to go to the grocery store before we go home.
Solid point.
And what they
You know
say,
what I mean? Like, you've got all year to know that just mayhem's going to happen.
Right,
And
yeah.
you're like,
Maybe
well,
go the day before.
yeah, I've got 2 hours, and you know what? We need some milk. I didn't think about that.
And not even that. They're like, you know what? On Purge night, let's go tell your sister that we're going to get separated.
And on Purge night, the mom was supposed to ask for a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Like, no, that was pretty.
Why were they so obsessed with telling his sister like that was gonna like? I mean, say his mom or why his sister?
So you know what? I'll agree with you guys that a little bloated. When you guys were first saying cut some time, I was like, what would you cut? There is a lot of establishing at the beginning, going between Frank Grillo and then Ava and her daughter, and then the couple breaking up, and then back to Ava and her daughter, then back to Frank Grillo, then back to the couple.
They didn't even really do a good job. It was very cryptic and vague. I'm like, I kind of got frustrated 15 minutes in. I'm like, okay, what is you're not telling me anything. We're having shots with characters interacting. You're not establishing anything at all.
Right.
So you're you're doing it inefficiently. So they could have done what they did in 20 minutes and 5.
I probably would have preferred them spend more time like explaining more of the eccentricities of the Purge. Too.
Yes.
And then, yeah, see, that's in subsequent
Sorry,
purges you get
Keenan,
more. But
my notes are just going to break your heart.
no, that's fine.
Just for an example, though, so I didn't know until about 22 minutes in, I think I wrote down, I couldn't tell if that girl was her daughter or her sister.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give you
They
that.
just didn't establish. I'm like, okay, I know they're related.
And she needs medicine too.
Yeah, I don't know, but just the way they interacted, they seem to have not more of a sisterly relationship than a mother-daughter. Because first of all, they don't look that much different in age.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years.
Yeah. The daughter annoys me so fucking much in this movie.
She's uppity.
Yeah.
She's always asking questions, and then when Hector breaks in and he's trying to like rape her and stuff,
Yeah.
and
She,
she's
like,
like,
gives him a-
"Stay back, Hector! We got guns back here!" And the mom's just like, "You fucking bitch!" Like,
Shut
even
up.
the mom's rolling her eyes like, "You dumb
Yeah, like-
fucking cunt!" Oh, excuse my language, but still.
Oh, it's fine. I just said uppity in regards to a person of color, so I think I'm probably more on the hook for that than you are.
Yeah, I
Poor,
just said
poor.
Is that a racial slur? Uppity is?
Kind of. It's
I
when
don't
you.
say it, but I didn't know.
No,
what it was.
yeah, I don't normally either. That's kind of it's the first time having a long time. But yes,
Tried to move past it,
Yeah.
but now we're focusing
well,
on it.
No,
Well,
no, what is it, Rob?
well, okay, back.
We gotta cut this part
I'm
out.
just giving you our
Nah, it's fine. It's not that bad.
Anyway, so I think the countdown to, like, even though it's kind of corny with the like the loudspeakers,
No,
but
dude, I
it's
love the
eerie
siren.
enough.
I love
that-
the siren.
Yeah,
I love it.
This is the annual purge, and the voice they got, like, it's such a weird universe that they built, but it works. I feel like, I don't know, it's eerie and creeps me out, and I love it.
I want to ask you guys: do you have a favorite purger that you saw? Because I absolutely have one.
I kind of do.
Okay.
But I called her Karen on the bridge with the machine gun.
Oh, okay. No, are we thinking of the same? We're thinking of the overweight lady that has the megaphone that's just firing in the air. She's my second favorite.
Can I guess who your favorite is?
Yes.
Because I guarantee it's the one that I said, Rage and Rob on the rooftop with a sixer and a sniper.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh,
I have that in my notes. So I did pull out
That
a
is
sixer.
exactly my style. Be like, oh, it's fucking purge night. It wouldn't be 6. It'd be like a 24.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'd have more than that.
Let's get my high-powered sniper rifle with the dope scope and 24 beers, and let's just have us a night.
sounds like a guy that's watching too many shitty movies in his house alone.
No, I'm telling you, I'm a year and a half away from being that guy.
I know.
You don't like the tax collector? I'll watch it whenever the fuck I want.
Fuck you!
That's Rage and Rob's Purge night.
You guys are out there on the lake having fun, not watching the tax collector.
Shia LaBeouf deserves an Oscar!
Running for your life, it's Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, so that's funny that you said that because I wrote that note down.
That's my favorite purger.
I knew who your favorite.
That's not a bad one.
Because it's so quick. If you are paying attention, you could miss it pretty easily. There's this guy who just brings a 6-pack and a huge rifle, and you're like, oh my god, this guy's a fucking hero.
Yeah, so what would you guys do on Purge night, do you think? And I've seen them all, so I will say that all that I would do is probably lock up in my house with Pumbaa. I'm not hanging out with anyone.
Oh, I
So,
probably wouldn't participate.
My question is, you know what I would do? I wouldn't be in the country.
Yeah, because that's where you live,
Oh,
is
oh,
out in the
okay.
middle of the country.
You're saying you wouldn't be in the United States?
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
go
okay.
just go to like Canada.
Yeah, get the fuck out of America
You know
for
what I mean?
Purge
Like
night.
if
Yeah.
you didn't
Have an annual vacation.
A major problem I had. If you didn't want to participate, don't lock yourself inside
Well,
your home.
no,
All
hold
these
on.
wealthy people.
That's an even better idea. I never thought to just leave the fucking
Just
country.
don't be there.
But part
I'll
of
go
the
on
point that this movie makes is that the poor people can't afford to do that, so they don't really have a choice.
yeah, but all the rich people, like the first one, the entire thing is around like
Oh, yeah,
spent
they
all
should've
that
left
on
the
the
country.
security
Yeah.
on there. Like shit, go to Ireland.
Yeah, just get the fuck out of the country. I like that idea. I'm going with you. Yeah.
That's probably what I would do.
Speaking of Ireland, did you hear Ireland's thinking about like keeping
Purging?
Donald Trump from ever entering the country
I
again?
did hear about that. Yeah.
They're saying like, we're just gonna ban him from the country. I'm like, oh wow, because he has a business there. He's a golf club there, and like, we're just
They're like,
thinking
yeah,
about
we
banning him.
just don't need.
We don't want you here.
That's kind of funny.
Wow.
No, but that's a good question. I don't know. I
wouldn't participate.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah.
If I tell you what I would, if I was going to choose a friend to hang out with during Purge night, it would absolutely be you. 110 fucking percent. Like, if just because dude, you got a big old ton of land, guns, like fucking place to hide out,
everything we need to do.
Yeah, dude, you would be my first club. I'm coming over, dude.
I'm down with the people storming the Capitol, so we're safe.
Yeah, dude, you would absolutely be the first person I would call because, dude, I mean, I would be killed immediately. Like if I was participating, I would get fucking shot.
So here's a thing just to throw in there. I don't have this written down in my notes, but I happened to watch the first Purge right before the second one last night. So at the start of the first Purge, it takes place in 2022, and it says
I think it's 2023.
Well, the first Purge is 2022.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
And by the first Purge, I don't mean the fourth movie. I mean the first movie called The Purge.
The Purgeiverse is getting confusing.
But anyway, yeah, it says the year is 2022. Unemployment is at 1%. At the beginning of this movie, it's 2023, and it's at 5%. So it seems like The Purge might not be working. And they don't...
It's digressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I actually do know what I thought about this, what I would do during the Purge. So traffic laws.
Yeah.
I would just get I'd soup up a really fast car like Mustang or something like that.
Yeah, you would do this.
And then just, you know what I mean? Like hit the highways, do it, just.
Yeah.
Just
Frank Grillo's car at the beginning is badass.
Yeah, I would just go straight not Grand Theft Auto.
What do you mean the Purge? I'm pretty sure you've done this in the last year.
I know, but this would come with less risk.
Okay.
I feel like if I went out on Purge night trying to purge, I'd be like there's like a husband and wife, the first people that get murked by the black truck. They're just like walking around with guns, and the truck just pulls up and just fucking blasts them, blows them over.
Oh,
shit,
with like a little knife, like,
I'm going to get somebody, and I just get murked by a fucking 50 cal.
Whoops.
Another question. I wonder if this was a real thing, what percentage of the population would opt in and actually participate in this, do you think?
I think it would be a creepy amount.
At this point in our country, I feel like about 50%. I'd say about 70 million people would do it.
Say that
What the fuck do you think Donald Trump would do on Purge night where all crime is legal?
Let's pray to God, or let's just thank God he never saw these movies during his term, because he'd be like, I got a great idea.
Have you seen this documentary about purging? It's proven to be very successful.
Yeah. I'm hiring the director of the documentary to run my Purge task force.
It's unemployment was at 1%. Come on, Mike. Let's get it done.
Come on, man. Which actually, another good point. Another thing that people would do more so than, I don't think you'd have the underground rings of people that would. I mean, there'd probably be one or two of people that would just want to kidnap people, bring
Like
them
little
in.
militias almost?
No, like the very high class. We're going to dress up in suits.
Yeah.
I don't think that would happen, but I do see people using it very strategically for their like business or.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think it would become a political motivator where people would, like take out people that, like, oh man, this guy's getting a promotion at work and I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I bet you, not bet you, but my opinion would be that would be more of a common use for the Purge that people wouldn't think about.
I could see gang wars playing out on Purge night too, just like Crips and Blood. I think the Crips and Bloods have now kind of squashed all the beef. I think they're like, hey man,
They're purple now.
exactly. They are now the cruds.
I mean,
Purple people eaters.
come on. You remember with that
Yes,
South Park?
of course. I bet you weren't even born, Cripple. You got them quipped.
Anyway.
But no, I just think
I might get canceled for that one.
The other thing, people's lack of preparation for what it was very annoying.
It does because it's the second. It's only the second one though.
But even though
maybe it's sixth.
sixth.
I think it's the
But
sixth.
even
annual.
Frank, here's what you do, Frank. Don't start the purge 5 hours away from your target.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
He should have been camped out there. Like, it's second that it goes live, he's like, all right, I'm there.
and
Yeah,
also I thought it was
here I
interesting.
am.
He went to that house 2 weeks earlier and
Yeah.
able to. I think a lot of that would happen. And then it's another thing. So like legality wise, how much do you get in trouble for planning? To kill somebody when it's not purged.
It's very premeditated, and that's the same way with Tanya and her sister or whatever when they make it to their house and find out the sister's banging the brother-in-law or whatever, and she gets murdered.
Which I got, but again, poor exposition on their part. They did not make it fully clear how they were all related, whether or not that they were sisters-in-law. So from what I understand, they were sisters.
Yes.
And one sister married that guy, and that guy ended up fucking the other sister.
Yeah, so you got it
He
entirely.
was a weird-looking guy. That was a
weird-looking guy.
That was a mixed, odd group of people.
I agreed. I didn't think about it until you just mentioned it, but I agree.
Like, I was like, nobody in here is a family, and why is that guy in there?
I thought they for sure had like drugged the food and the wine because they're like, "Come on, drink and eat something."
Yeah,
we're not. They were just overly warm. Like, we're not going to do anything to hurt. Yeah.
Well, you knew something was going to happen, but yeah. And then you see that one chick taking pills, so you think maybe she's going to shoot somebody, but then she gets fucking murdered.
Her
It's
sister's
also
weird
funny how
as fuck.
Frank just has no patience for it whatsoever and just starts shooting one of the guys.
Exactly. Just fuck
He's
this.
like, yeah, nope, not messing with it.
And also I guess Tanya is the character's name. She's like Ava's friend or whatever. But her dad, they're like, we just got back from checking the building, and then he falls asleep in like 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're trying to dance, and she's like, look, he's asleep. He was just talking like 30 seconds ago. Yeah. But whatever. I don't know. I'm not that old yet, so maybe that's normal. He probably had his Depends on.
Yeah. So the one thing that they don't really flesh out, maybe they do in different movies, is like the theocratic part of this purge. They make it seem like it's a religious experience, like it's some kind of a theocracy kind of thing.
Some people would do that
because they like pray and they like do this thing.
Oh,
Like,
blessed be the new founding fathers.
Right.
Yeah, somebody would. That would be a version that people would probably take on. Did you notice too? One that had the president's name is Donald Talbot.
I did see that. This came out 14 though, so this is before even Trump did the birtherism thing. So he was not quite prominent enough politically to even be an influence.
Then I'm curious. So it takes place on March 21st, day after your birthday.
It is true.
Why March 21st?
Oh, I know this. It's the spring equinox, and spring is representative of cleansing and rebirth.
Oh,
there you go. See, I didn't even know that. There you go.
See, I just know the summer winter.
Yeah. So it's spring equinox, and yeah, that's why they did it on that day.
Why did I not realize that your birthday is just before the spring equinox, and I'm just one day before the summer solstice?
Yeah, that's right. 22nd. That's true. Technically, my birthday is the first day of spring, but is when's the summer equinox?
23rd,
or the solstice? Sorry,
21st or 23rd. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's either one day before, one day after.
Yeah.
Oh man, Big Daddy was a fucking terrible shot with that minigun.
That was another thing I had. He kept missing everybody.
He launched 1,000 rounds, and I guess the car did tap out like a little bit after that, but you couldn't hit a tire.
Well, and all those dudes that were on the fucking motorbikes, like he didn't hit a single one of them. I know he was shooting at the car, but it's like he should have at least fucking hit one of those guys, helped him out a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
It was also at the very end, huge missed opportunity so Frank goes in there to kill the guy that, drunk drivingly hits his son.
Frank's performance gets a little unhinged there, by the way.
Yeah, drunk drivingly. So then that guy shoots, he ends up, shoots,
kind of comes full circle.
Kills Big Daddy to save
shoots Big Daddy, yep.
Frank, yeah.
And then the funniest part is missed opportunity. So then the girls run up and they're like, "Where's your car? Get in your car, get in your license." And I was just like, would you still have that?
Yeah, that's a good point. But they did say he got off on a technicality, but still.
I know.
I don't think he'd have a license.
I don't think so either,
I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, I can't get in a car with you. That's a good point.
I was hoping it would be like one of those awkward, like, oh, no, I can't drive a car.
I mean, he did literally
That would've
just
been good.
wake up, though. I mean, it was first thing in the morning. I don't think he had time to drink yet.
I also thought it was weird, though.
He wouldn't have a license. Like, I think it would have been
he might still have a car.
Yeah, maybe, but it just would have been a funny joke of like, no, now he has to die.
It would have been funny. It was like,
wait, my wife's got to drive us. My wife's got to drive us.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Uber? Uber, you might be,
like,
might be
it's
safer
really
Uber.
bad if I drive.
Yeah.
That is pretty fucking funny. Oh, man. And that's pretty much the end of my notes, so you guys can take anywhere. I just started watching it. I said they're all pieces of shit at the end of the movie. I knew there wasn't going to be a car. Even the first time I saw this, when he's like, I got to get to that car. If we get to the place, you got to give me that car. It's like, you keep saying I need that car so much that there's not going to end up being a car.
Of course. Yeah, it's very foreshadowed by the fact that you got to have it, got a car. Asked for like 11 times. She's like, there's no car, Frank.
Yeah. But one thing you guys might have missed at the end of this movie, so before Michael Kenneth Williams comes in, another dude comes in as they're like sitting there about to be murdered by the small army of people.
Yeah, like it looks like one of his lieutenants or something.
Yeah, that dude was the guy in the first movie that got invited into Ethan Hawke's house and stuff like that. That's the exact same dude.
Is it the same character or just the same actor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So the movies all kind of have some, but he's only,
Purgeverse.
I'm pretty sure he's only in the first two. Frank Grillo's in second and third. And then there you go.
Is he on the election year one?
No, yes. Yes, because that's the third one.
I'm happy for you for that detail.
Yeah. But there's a little Purgeiverse fun fact for you guys. So anyway, yeah.
I got a couple more things. I want to get into something a little more in depth. First, what I want to say, I know this was a bare budget movie, and I'm nitpicking here. Wasn't crazy about the blood effects in this movie.
See, that's kind of what, like...
I'll allow it. It's. I think it's consistent, and I think that's all I ask.
It's just, I don't have a problem with it. It's just so obviously, clearly digital.
And that's when you said gore, at first I was kind of like, it's not really overly gory. And the blood that's in it's not like...
And I understand from a cost reason why you're not going to use squibs unless you have to. But I always am a bigger fan of using squibs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got it. Why not use it? Most of mine, which I don't know who did, like I just had a lot of questions. So like,
hit him! Yes, please hit him with
class 4 weapons or lower. You know what I mean? So
like explosive C4, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the handheld stuff. So it's like, okay, so you can't do like mass.
You can't bomb.
It seems like there would be more parameters, or like one dude would just go and like burn down an entire city block.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I think that's why they put that on. So like you were saying, so you can't commit like massive acts of terrorism.
Yeah, but if you went out with like 20, Molotov cocktails, you could really do some damage.
Yeah, man. Or if you just went Vegas shooter style, you take out a lot of people. I mean,
so that was kind of like it seemed like there should be like more. They need to explain it more, and it's like also like it's. I guess I just have a hard time with the movies because it's just like, oh yeah, everything's legal, including murder. Go.
Yeah, they're not great with exposition. I will agree with you there.
There was a and this isn't exactly what you're talking about, but there's like a throwaway line at one point when they're downtown. They're like, "This is the financial district, always empty on purge night. Banks pull their pull the money out.
Yeah.
So that's
so
why
they can't
there's
rob
nobody
them.
down here. Yeah. So
and then too, like who pays for the carnage?
that's what I don't understand. Yeah.
What do you mean pays for the carnage?
So so somebody destroys a bridge. Do people just rebuild it that year? Like this? Does the city just pay to like? Oh well, those purge people doing the purge thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's got to be sponsored by the government. It's a government. It's a government thing.
Then somebody comes into your house, shoots the entire place up.
Yeah, I mean,
does your insurance premium cover that?
No, I'm sure taxpayers cover it. I mean, it's one night.
I know, but you would spend the rest of the year rebuilding, and then the next year people would do it again.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like I think, and then the psychological effects of what happened afterwards. Like I think people would have more like PTSD and trauma based on by the time it's the sixth one.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like Hector was coming in, and they were like viciously raped those people. So it's like, okay, so rape is legal.
Well, yeah, I think he was planning on killing them too. I don't think he was going to rape them and then just leave them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of victims in there.
Oh yeah,
and I think this is when it goes back to it's like the purge was more of a privilege thing, and they're exploiting the lower income and lower class type thing. So it's really like an extermination type thing. And by this one, you can see that people are at least disillusioned with the purge.
Yeah,
there's
definitely some social commentary about people in higher tax brackets and lower tax brackets. I mean, and what they're capable of, and how they get treated, and how they're affected based off government programs comparatively. So I get it, but yeah.
But yeah, those are all Good question. So, like in the real world, like how the fuck would this work?
Yeah, like it seems like an idea that, and no offense, Keenan, shouldn't carry 5 movies.
Oh no, I mean,
Hey,
no,
man,
no,
the,
no offense
the box
taken.
office says otherwise.
I guess so.
It's a guilty pleasure for sure.
guess
But
so.
yeah, I like the Purge movies. They're just ridiculous. The third one is there's somebody that has like a car that just has Christmas lights wrapped all around it, and they kind of ghost ride the whip and are like shooting machine guns down the street.
Dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like a big Purge dance block party. It's pretty cool.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
The third one's pretty much the exact same movie as this one, though.
I mean,
Just a little.
so is every other franchise. The Fast and the Furious movies are kind of the same now.
Yeah. But so the third one's about a politician that is about to get elected and wants to end the purge, I'm pretty sure, and gets like a hit on her by the new founding fathers. So Frank Grillo is her private security, and he ends up like leading her around the city to safety.
Okay, so
But
yet
he's still leading people to safety.
Same
Yeah.
exact plot line.
Exactly.
Once again, if he was just where he wanted to be at the end of the night, at the beginning of the night,
Yeah.
he would have
Yeah.
gotten rid of the entire thing.
There's absolute merit to that argument. Like, why is he start? Because he's just driving around a half hour before the purge is starting. He's just driving around in his badass car, and then all of a sudden he just happens to come across. Well, okay, hold on, hear me
The
out.
planning ahead of the purge is very poor.
He should have been there before the purge, like an hour before the purge started. But I do think he was on his way to that guy's house, and he happened to come across.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. They needed him to drive, or they wouldn't have a movie.
And he was going to go across some bridge, but he had to backtrack at one point in time because people were just getting fucking stabbed
Yeah.
and shot on the bridge.
Yeah, one of my big notes said very poor planning on almost all purgers as well.
Yeah.
It's funny, they've got like $200,000 ahead, at that banquet thing.
Yeah.
Which, hey, who does the money go to? Is that a charity event?
That's a good
I had
question,
questions about that. Or is this purely just capitalistic and for profit, or does the money go to a good cause?
Yeah, like
Probably not.
does it go to like all the like mercenaries that are out there gathering the people up? And once again, it's the last purge of the night, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have anybody. Thank God somebody just brought in these 5 victims last minute."
Yeah.
It was pretty flimsy.
Well, hey, man, this purge is kind of like Lance Armstrong. The guy cheated,
It is like,
but he
Lance
raised $100 million for cancer. So maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe all the money went to cancer research.
Yeah, that's
Which
the
would
way
be
we
ironic.
should. Yeah, yeah.
Money
That's
wouldn't-
the purge. Yeah, it goes to cancer research.
All right, we got to do it real quick. I've got to get into the nitty gritty about Shane, the character Shane.
the bitch.
Yes, he just comes off as such a whiny pussy, and he's dressed like a soy boy liberal cuck too. I mean, he just looked like he's got that nice little fucking vest on, and he's like, "No, I don't want to separate." Nah. He's just such a little bitch.
But
And also,
now we're cutting the purge.
you can tell his wife totally wants to fuck Frank Grillo too. She's like, "Oh my god, a guy who actually has some masculine tendencies."
Hey, testosterone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it just
I'll be honest though, I kind of wanted to fuck Frank Grillo in this movie too.
yeah,
you know?
no, I agree.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
He's pretty good. It is funny how everybody just like Frank shows up and even he's like, "Oh yeah, no, he's got my testicles now."
Yeah.
Like
oh
he,
yeah.
he could have been a John Wick type, but when he gets out, when he does choose to save Ava and her annoying fucking daughter, when he gets out of the car and he like puts up his collar and then his machine gun thing around there, and he just fucks those dudes up.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like
tears
right away,
through 'em.
and then he like looks at Ava and her daughter, and he's like, "I'm gonna leave him." Doesn't say anything. Turns around, goes, then turns around and comes back and just gives him like a nod.
He takes his
And
sweet
they're
ass
like,
time.
Yeah, let's
too.
follow him. I don't know. He's just such a
they did
fucking
a good
badass.
job on him. They did a good job on him.
I was frustrated with how slowly he made decisions from a tactical perspective. He was like, "Just drive away." There was like 3.5 minutes where it's like, "Just drive away." It's like, no, dude, if you're gonna do something, do it. If you're not, don't.
Like
Like,
they cut back to him, he's like eating Swedish fish.
Yeah,
like
he's like,
fuck,
hold
I should
on.
just drive away. I don't
I'm gonna,
know.
I'm gonna let this play out a little longer before I intervene.
Yeah. Well, and then the daughter like calls him out on it.
The
later.
whole God, she annoys
she's-
me so
yeah.
much.
She is very forward with all of her thoughts.
She
Yeah, as
gets
soon
the
as she
award
gets
for
in the
talks
car.
most,
Yeah.
says least.
Dumbest fucking questions the entire movie.
Sorensen is mostly frantic, and his weapon of choice is slappers only.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I honestly, when he got shot in the subway tunnel, I was like, all right, well, somebody had to die. I'm glad it's him,
No,
get rid of him now.
I'm
then
telling
he's there
you,
till the end.
At the end, they just pop him with the machine.
But the way when he does go out, I love you so much. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm finna shoot you. Blah, 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 blah. You gotta watch that after this.
No, so this is what I'm telling you. I guarantee you, I bet that there was a rewrite. Like, he lives because he gets shot. He is not mortally wounded. But he's like, for the love of fuck, please just kill me off. This character is so terrible. Please just kill me off.
I thought he was going to have like a redemption arc.
Nope, not really.
And they were probably like, oh, we'll make the woman more the badass, because at the end she's like, oh, I want to purge, which is okay. But man, he was just flat the entire time.
Yeah.
He was flat the entire, like, he just didn't. I don't think he needed to be in the movie at all.
No, I agree. His character was not only nutless, but just really had.
It would have been sweet if his wife just had the dialogue with herself.
So I guess the only arc you can say that the character had was they went from wanting to separate to not wanting to separate. That's the only arc the character had.
And the only reason why is because he got shot, I guess.
Yeah,
because they're shot, and he's like, I took a bullet. We still got to tell your sister.
The wife's in that like awkward part, like, well, okay, you just got shot, so it's like awkward that I still want to leave you.
I thought that I was going to lose you.
This doesn't change a lot for me.
Yeah, you're still kind of a little bitch.
I still am not sexually attracted to you because you're kind of a woman.
Yeah. Plus, there's that guy over there that's dashingly handsome.
Yeah.
See Frank Grillo? He's gonna grill me.
Yes. I love how Frank Grillo, like, they had a great, this is why they could do exposition so much more efficiently. Frank Grillo had one line that told you that he had an ex-wife, that his wife had a new family, and that he had someone who died that was important to him. One line.
Everybody knew what his motives were the entire movie.
Go home to your new husband and your new family.
Yeah. Which he said it happened a year ago.
Pretty quick.
So she moved on real fucking fast. Popped out a couple kids and got a husband within a year.
I guess we don't know. They could have been divorced before the kid got
That's true,
killed.
I guess.
I don't know.
Well, even the guy that ran over the kid, though, still had his license and car, though.
Yeah.
That would have been some really awesome comedy at the end of it, that he actually dies because now that guy doesn't have a license or a car.
I can't believe it. It should be a rule. It should be a purge rule. If you're kidnapped, auctioned off, and you defeat your captors, you should be let go.
Yeah.
Is that a tampon?
Yep.
No.
Do you need a tampon?
Tampon.
A tampon?
That's one of these things.
Is that a glow stick?
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to a rave after this.
Christopher, do you have anything else?
That's it.
All right. Do you know what time it is?
It's time for Tipsy Trivia.
I think it was good.
That was a little early on that one.
I didn't know until one of the recent episodes that the fart was supposed to push the pee out.
Yeah.
I guess so. That's what Calvin was saying.
Claiming.
Yeah. That's the urinal fart.
I
Kind of
also
pushes out a little bit.
wasn't calling you out on the tampon like, oh, little bitch. No, that actually looked like a tampon.
It does look like a tampon.
It's tampon.
Yeah. I mean, I carry him around. What's up, ladies?
So, portion of the podcast where we have 5 trivia-based questions.
I'm a
Normally,
giver.
trivia
I'm a giver.
was very, very light on this movie, so I only have 3. I tried to get 4, but I've only get 4 makes it
Couldn't
even.
just make something up.
No, I did. Could
have been about Shia LaBeouf.
That got me to
Yeah,
3.
just anything. Jurassic Park was filmed. Anyway.
All right. So basically, if you get 2 of 3 correct, I have to shotgun and you don't, and vice versa. But we'll end up shotgunning. Number 1, true or false? Zach Gilford and Keely Sanchez, while married in this movie, are also married in real life.
Oh.
True or false?
I guess true.
It is true. I'm telling you, trivia was bare.
They're married in real life, huh?
They are.
So in real life, he could just be a baby back.
I think he might be. I don't know. He's not Tim Riggins.
Not Tim Riggins.
Number 2, the sergeant's real name is not here in the film, but what is it? I'm going to give you multiple choices here. Keenan, I'm going to let you answer last because I think you probably know it.
I don't know.
Okay.
He just says it.
It's said in the next movie he's in, but he's only called Sergeant in this movie. So what's the sergeant's real name? Is it A, Leo Barnes? Is it B, Ralph Stetson? Is it C, Mike Junkyard Dog Mitchell? Or is it D, Ronald Crazy Legs Jones?
I'm going to just say C.
Yeah, C.
C, Mike Junkyard Dog Mitchell?
Yeah.
The answer is A, Leo Barnes.
I
made up the rest of those names.
What's the second one? What's the second name you said?
Ralph Stetson. I think that's an actual person.
No, that's like Ralph Steadman. That's
or Chet Stedman.
Yeah. Oh, that works.
People do not come to pay to see Chet Stedman.
Who's that?
Rookie of the Year.
Oh yeah, I knew. I was like Ralph Stetson. I don't know where I've heard that name before, but
and Ralph Steadman's the guy that did Hunter's artwork.
That's probably what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, well, I gotta throw in something here, like Mike Junkyard Dog Mitchell. Like,
it got me.
Yeah, no, I was like, that's because that's a cool name. Like, he could be Mike Junkyard Dog Mitchell.
I thought Leo Barnes was like Joe Pesci's character in Casino or something. I was like,
Ron, I was ran out of time and I wasn't being creative, so I'm like, all right, and Ronald Crazy Legs Jones.
What's crazy about his legs?
I don't know, it's Ronald Crazy Legs.
Crazy legs.
We rewatched the movie, and every time he runs, his legs do weird shit.
Good old Crazy Legs.
It sounds like a version of Crazy Taxi that never got made. Like, oh, you're going to try to walk around the city with crazy legs.
Have you seen that guy, Ron? His legs are crazy.
Ronald Crazy Legs Jones.
Okay, number 3.
God damn it.
Sorry, so you guys are 1 for 2.
Stupid.
Like motherfucker Jones.
True or false? Frank Grillo bought the black car he drives in the movie from the producers.
True.
True.
False. He tried to buy it. They wouldn't allow him to get it.
False.
God damn
so
it.
Oh,
he bought his own, changed it into that, and now he has it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I wish they were.
Yeah. The last time I wore this shirt, I remember because I have a picture on Instagram from it. It was like Bonnaroo 2013.
Went to Bonnaroo.
Yeah, with Dad.
Really?
Yeah, me and Dad stayed there for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad got accused of selling someone bad acid.
Well, he should have sold him good acid.
No, that's what I told him. I'm like, why are you selling guys bad acid, Dad? Make sure the shit's good. No, he was in the tent next to us. He goes, hey, man, that acid you sold me was bunk. He's like, I'm sorry? He's like, that acid didn't work at all, man. I took it. It didn't work. He's like, I don't know who you are or what you're talking about.
I can see your dad.
But that acid, what he said was, the acid must have worked because I'm not the guy who sold it to you. Says
South Park.
Yes, liberal people who buy hybrids on South Park.
Oh.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Mike and Jason.
We never did drinking buddies, did we?
No, we're doing that next.
It is amazing how much slower it comes out of the can when you're just drinking it that
for
way.
sure. That's the like.
I mean,
people,
I get it.
The
That's why
shotgunning thing definitely it makes it easier to chug. Okay, now it's time for
Drinking Buddies.
This is the portion of the podcast where we choose a character from the film that we will get irresponsibly drunk, shit-faced, or shy-vote, if you will, and I certainly will. Keenan, who's your drinking buddy?
That's my Terry Schiavo impression.
I didn't get it, but that's funny. It's very fucked up and very funny.
You got to go to the YouTube video to get that, but please don't.
Please.
I'll go with, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm going to say Tanya, who ends up getting fucking murdered for banging her brother-in-law.
She did seem fun.
She was drinking, the whole
Tanya's a
time.
good one.
Dude, she was taking pills. She was ready to party.
Not necessarily the pill part, but, the drinking. She was like the only one that was fucking like partying.
What do you
the
think
whole
she was
movie.
taking? What do you think? What prescription medication?
I was wondering that. I don't know.
Xanax, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe some Xanny bars or, what's that song? Oxycontin.
It's a little white. Oxycontin, Xanax bars, Percocet, and Loratab, Valiums, morphine patches, everything, and it's all up for grabs.
That's what she was taking. So I'm drinking with her,
I think we all know it's quite obvious that I'm drinking with Six Pack Sniper.
See, and I'm going.
Six-pack sniper.
I'm going with Machine Gun Karen.
Okay.
I feel like I could, much like the number one.
The
Trump
real
pick.
MGK.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Karen.
There you go. Yeah.
I feel like you could get what's bugging you, Karen? What's
She was wild because she was obese. That's not the wild part, but she was standing.
She was wild because she was fat.
She was.
I want you to fire the fat.
She was obese, and I want you to trim the fat. What? I want you to fire the fat people. No, but she was just shooting an AK in the air and with a megaphone. Like she wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes.
And Walmart says the prices are rolled back but it was $5 more expensive.
And a Machine Gun Karen died shortly after.
Target says price match guaranteed.
There was no sign. There was no sign in the park that said dogs need leashes.
Yeah, no shit. You can only have one visitor at the pool in this community. Machine Gun Karen, MGK.
MGK, Machine Gun Karen. Chris, do you know who MGK is?
No.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
He's a rapper. He's a very, very white, very, very thin, tall rapper who is now dating Megan Fox.
Oh, I think I've seen him. Does he wear like an all pink like hoodie?
I think he has, yeah.
I saw like a picture of him, and I saw the only thing is I was like, it was Machine Gun Kelly, and I was like, is that ironic?
No, but Machine Gun Kelly actually is a gangster from back in the 30s. There was a guy called Machine Gun Kelly,
and this dude was just like,
and this guy's I'm a rapper and I'm white, so Machine Gun.
I'll ruin that for everybody.
He's one of those. Well, I don't know for sure, but he seems like one of those.
He's like a rock rapper.
Yeah, but he probably takes a lot of Xanax bars and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
him and Foxy are definitely.
I don't want to put that on him for sure, but I'm just gonna say, you know,
I'm good with it. I'm gonna put it on him.
I bet he's taken some before.
Machine Gun Karen.
The real MGK.
Yeah, I'm all for Machine Gun Karen.
This is definitely gonna be a clip. The Machine Gun Karen. Rotten Tomatoes over under.
Don't ruin the magic, Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Critics.
You gotta set it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, buddy. Why don't I set the over under before you guess? I would set the critics at a 55%.
Luckily, under.
Over 57%.
Shit.
Audience, I will set also at a 57%.
Over.
Under 56%.
Shit.
The IMDb rating was a
5.5?
6.4.
6.4.
Surprisingly high.
I think it's higher than the first one. I think the first one's only like 5.5 or 5.7.
Real Buzzed rating?
My Real Buzz ranking is 2.5 beers out of 5.
I'm interested to see where Keenan's at.
I'll give it, well, I don't want to be over the top with it. I want to be, truthful, but I'm still going to give it 3.5 beers out of 5.
That's over the top. That's 100% over the top.
But I'll give it I'll give it a solid 5 beers.
I recommend you watch this movie.
I would have allowed 3.5. How dare you, sir?
Yeah, no, I'll say 3.5.
I'm going to give it.
The gentleman's out of line.
3.45.
I'm going to give it 2.
2 beers out of 5. That's fair. I almost wanted 2. 2.5 because I like Frank Grillo so much.
I think it's fun. I think I think we should have done election year for the pod. I think that one is a little more ridiculous.
Yeah, I kind of regret not doing it. I went Anarchy because I'm like, oh, it's the insurrection, anarchist.
Oh, I should have thought about it more. I thought that this one was the one with the Christmas tree car.
I really wish I would have known that you've seen them all so many times because I would have asked you. Because Caitlin was like, hey, I've seen all these movies. Like, okay, which one's the most ridiculous? She's like, they're all pretty ridiculous.
They are.
So I wish I would have known you'd seen all of them that many times because I'm like, hey, Keenan, what's going to be the best one?
2 and 3 are definitely the most ridiculous. 3 is pretty much the same thing as this one, though. But, we've already talked about that.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I think that will do it for us here at the Reels Buzz Takes. We're in the Trap House. Got to get this open so I can...
The Trap Studio.
The Trudio. All right. Thank you
True to my religion, show everything I'm too different.
Listening to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We are the Real Buzz crew. Ofa, take us out.
Make Mega Machine Gun Karen great again.
I like it.
We are the Real Buzz crew, and we review the best of the worst for you.
This concludes our broadcast day.
I got a foot through Congress and they maced me.